Welcome to the Jill on Money Show. It's Monday, May 20th, and we are here trying to help you make better financial decisions to take the mystery out of your financial life. We do that by encouraging you to ask us questions. All you need to do is go to jillonmoney.com. That is our website. It is where all of our content lives. Click the Contact Us button and let us know if you would be willing to come on the air by just checking the little box, and then Mark will do everything else. While you're on the website, sign up for the free weekly newsletter. Comes out every Friday. Mark does a great job with that. And of course, you've got to check out our YouTube show, Jill on Money, powered by The Compound. And if you just can't get enough of Jill on Money, we've got something extra. We've got our subscription service called Jill on Money Live. That's where, for $35, you have access to 4 quarterly live webinars, as well as special video content that lives behind the paywall. Check it all out at jillonmoney.com. So by now, I know you realize that the Dow Jones Industrial Average did reach that 40,000 milestone last week. We didn't close above that level on the day we actually first breached 40,000, but it is something to discuss. Interestingly enough, inspired by my friend Josh Brown over at The Compound, he had gone back and wanted to figure out where was the Dow when he first entered the business in 1997. So I stole that idea, thank you, Josh, and went back to when I started on Wall Street, which was in June of 1987. It was the middle of June. I can't remember exactly. So I just found this great headline that I thought was fun. And this is from the New York Times. And it starts with saying the stock market, which until a few days ago had been consigned by many on Wall Street to a lethargic, quote unquote, trading range, broke through to new highs yesterday. The bellwether Dow Jones Industrial Average closed at a record 2,407. The bellwether Dow Jones Industrial Average closed at a record 2407.35, adding 15.81 points. Okay, so over the course of 37 years since I have been in this business, I can't believe how old I am. It's just shocking. We endured the crash of 1987, the dot-com boom bust, the Great Recession and the financial meltdown, the COVID crisis, and here we are at 40,000 in the Dow. So if you had stayed invested, even just in a stock and bond portfolio from 2,400 in the Dow to now 40,000 in the Dow, you would be very happy, right? So what was the key to success? I'm going to quote Josh when he says there are only 3 words: outlast the bastards. That's it. That's simple. And Josh asks, can you do it? I would ask you the same thing. One of the ways that you can do it is if you're feeling emotional, you're feeling anxious, get in touch with us. Go to jillonmoney.com and click the Contact Us button. So I also want to treat you to a little live segment that I did on CBS Mornings last week on Friday, right after we had that Dow 40,000 day. After we talk about the new milestone for the market, we get into financial advice for college graduates. So here is the segment. This is me with Nate Burleson, Gail King, and Tony DeCopel on CBS Mornings.
The Dow Jones Industrial Average rose above 40,000 for the first time in history yesterday on new optimism about the economy. That optimism could help the job prospects of the 4 million Americans finishing college this year and entering the real world.
Yay.
To help grads make sense of all of this, we are joined by CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger. Good morning.
Good morning.
That
All right.
song, Nate, actually sounds like they're saying dollar bill.
That's what I hear.
Even though I know they're saying dollar bill, now
That's
I hear
right.
it differently.
And we have dollar Jill here to break it on down. Now, the Dow crossed 40,000 for the first time ever. What does this mean for the big picture of the economy?
I know it's just a number, but it is a milestone of sorts.
Yeah.
And, you know, what it really means is that the companies, the 30 companies in the Dow and the broader stock market, that these companies are making money. The thing that I was considering as I thought about, like, how do we give advice to college kids is like, yeah, the stock market's up. they're making money, but they're not creating as many jobs as they were just a couple of years ago. So the job market has shifted for these new college grads. It's great that the market's up, but don't expect that all of a sudden, because stocks prices are up and companies are making money, that there's tons of jobs. In fact, job openings are now at a 3-year low. So it is a little bit more pressure this year than a couple of years ago on our college grads.
When I graduated from college, I made sure I had a job. I wasn't going back home, right? But now I hear more than almost half of college kids are going to do gig work or freelance work.
This was shocking to me. I found this survey. It's a small survey. I know it's not everybody, but it asked college kids, what are you going to do? Are you going to do a little gig work, side hustle work? And an enormous number are saying, yes, I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I need money, because I have not only my student loans, I have to pay for rent, I have to pay for things that cost more. And incredibly, a third of these kids said, and I say kids, I know they're young adults, a third of them said, I'm going to do it in addition to my full-time job to really help with my expenses.
So gig work means a side job?
Yes, a little side hustle.
A little side job.
Yep.
So a lot of students are also going to be graduating with those student loans.
Yep.
What's your advice on how they should think about repayment?
So you're not alone if you have a student loan. More than half of our graduates have some sort of student loan. About 90% of student loans are held by the federal government. So I think the most important thing to do is to wrap your hands around what you have, because you may have accumulated different loans. So you go onto the various websites. You either go to the federal loan, or if it's a private loan, what is the loan? What is the interest rate? When is my first payment due? And make sure that you automate a payment to start when that first payment is due right away. Now, there's usually a grace period of 6, maybe 9 months. A lot of people wait. They say, oh, it's great, I'll wait. Yeah. Don't wait. If you have a job or you've got that side hustle income, start paying now, because the interest clock is ticking.
As these grads find their jobs, when you start adulting, you also have to select benefits. What are some quick tips for them?
So, first of all, make sure that you check out the health benefits. If health insurance is expensive at your employer, you may want to stay on your parents' plan until you're age 26. You're allowed to do so. Yeah. Also, even if you have student loans, please make sure that you are contributing to your retirement plan.
Yes.
Start early. Everyone at this desk can say, the earlier you start, the better off you'll be.
Agreed.
Even with a loan, as much as the matching component, that is what we are hoping you get. So 5 or 6%. I know it's hard, guys, but the earlier you start, the more money you will have in the future.
That match is free money. If
free
you
money. I love free. One of my favorite words.
Yeah.
Okay, that is it. That is the program. If you've got a question for your recent grad, maybe someone who's looking to get a fresh start in their financial lives, just go to our website, JillOnMoney.com, click the Contact Us button, and let us know if you would like to join us live. We'd love to have you. There is no question that is too simple, by the way. Everybody has a different situation, and as you may or may not know, I don't really believe in rules of thumb, so why don't you just come join us? It's so much easier to do it that way. We'd love to have you. JillOnMoney.com, click the Contact Us button, and we'll get you on the air. You can subscribe to this program on the Odyssey app or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. Please try to lift someone up, change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.